Hello, this is Teresa Lean, and I'm going to do a screencast for you about the summary tabs. It is December 2014. This is a screenshot of your evaluation template, and there are two summary tabs. One is in the SLO area, and it is right next to the evaluation activity. So you click on Summary. And here is where all your evidence will migrate to throughout your effectiveness cycle. There's very little. I've done some playing around with the evidence, and as you can see at the top here, on the left side is my evidence, and on the right side is my observer's evidence. And so if we scroll down to where I played around and put in some of my own evidence, it's on the left-hand side. And when my evaluator adds his evidence, it will be on the right-hand side. This is to accumulate throughout your effectiveness cycle to provide a picture of all that you have done with your SLOs. There is another summary tab in your evaluation template on the teacher practices. It is, again, this is a page that you are usually doing all of your inputting of information for your announced in minis, but the summary tab is right next to it, and it will collect and migrate everything you or your observer enters as evidence into your teacher practices. So for a teacher can add to a mini or an announced observation any evidence that they would like to have side by side. And so that would be domains 2 and 3. I'm going to show 1 and 4 in a second. So again, I've been playing around, and on the left-hand side is where I have contributed, and on the right-hand side would be where my evaluator contributed. And so I'm just playing around with putting evidence in, nothing that really makes sense at the time, but to show you that it will accumulate as you enter things. Again, so for domains 2 and 3, it would be in regard to a mini or an announced observation, but otherwise it also contains domains 1 and 4, and we know that teachers are going to be the primary contributors to the artifacts and evidence. And so as you can see from the very beginning, I'm going to scroll to the top here, summary. It will have places where you can put the evidence to reflect the artifacts, and I'm going to explain that in a different screencast. These are just notes that you have written. Your artifacts will not migrate. Those documents you upload cannot migrate into this summary tab. It is a Teachscape functionality. So you want to pair each artifact you upload with evidence that's written, and I will show more on those screencasts, how those might look. But you can see that you will contribute, and so will your observer. But again, in domains 1 and 4, we know that will mainly be done by the teacher. So this is a screencast to show you the two areas where you will find summary tabs. So in essence, at the end of your effectiveness cycle, what your evaluator will do is for the 50% of your evaluation that will be on SLOs, they can go into your SLO and into your summary page and see all that is accumulated throughout your effectiveness cycle. So 50% of a score is on your SLO. And then on the other 50%, we know that has to do with the framework for teaching or teaching practices. And as you saw before in the summary tab, it contains the framework from domains 1 through 4, and they will go to the summary tab and look at all the evidence that has been accumulated through time. So the two summary tabs are important to review and check out every once in a while to see how that's accumulating. Again, anything that you contribute and anything the observer contributes will be put on those summary tabs.